Hey, how's it going? Yuri here from Healthpreneur. Do you want to know the one thing that all successful entrepreneurs have in common? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is in just a moment, but let me illustrate this with two stories. Elon Musk, is on most people's bookshelves in terms of inspiring read when it comes to entrepreneurship. He's the founder of so many companies I can't even keep up. SpaceX, he's looking to put the first man in space with all the stuff that they're doing. Obviously, like all the stuff that they're doing with Tesla, and it's incredible. He was one of the co-founders of PayPal, and he was actually, even though PayPal was, I can't remember their valuation was, probably more than $1 billion, he was asking friends and family for money because he was, I can't remember the story, but he was sleeping on a friend's couch, I think, at one point, even while PayPal was crushing it in terms of business. Because Elon was reinvesting all of his money into other projects and taking chances and taking risks on bigger things. Second story is Richard Branson, really obviously a very inspiring entrepreneur. I remember reading his book, Losing My Virginity, I think it was called, probably 20 years ago. And he started off actually in the record music business, and started a store, had no experience, kind of did that. Once he got a little bit more well-known, Phil Collins was a cab driver, I believe, and gave Richard his demo tape in the cab. And obviously Phil Collins went on to become Phil Collins, right? But what's interesting is, Richard Branson goes from music, which is where he had some passion around that subject, and he decides to take on British Airways, like the staple airlines in the UK. He decides he's going to come out with a friggin' airlines called Virgin. And, no normal person comes and says, listen, I'm going to start an airlines. Like, that would be a nightmare, like just kind of thinking about how to run an airlines. But here he comes, he's like, you know what? I'm going to start an airlines, and we're going to compete against British Airways, one of the largest airlines in the world. And they've done a pretty good job. So I share these two stories with you because these two entrepreneurs show the one word that really is the common success trait among all entrepreneurs, whether they're just starting out or super, super successful and wealthy and impactful, and that's courage. Courage, I've recognized, I've been in business now since 2006, built two multiple seven-figure companies. I've identified courage as really the one thing. It really is the one thing that separates the boys from the men, the girls from the women. Because courage is what allows you to take your vision and make it a reality. What most people do is they say they want to build something great, but what they want is the end results. They want the confidence, they want the capability, but they forget that the bridge from your vision to that, so for instance, if we look at this little bridge right there, if we're starting here with a vision and we want to get over there, that bridge right there, that's called courage. And courage, you can also think of it as taking action. Here's some examples. I know this is the right thing for me to do, but I'm just too scared to move forward. And failure, you're done. I know this is the right thing for me to do, but I just don't have the money right now. And you're not gonna make it. Okay, I'm just gonna be very honest with you. See, what successful people do, and when I just so we're clear, when I say successful people, when I say successful, I'm not talking about they have millions or billions of dollars in the bank. That's part of the equation, but I'm talking about success is the pursuit of something worthwhile. If you have a dream that you know is going to help you and people in the world, and you're not pursuing it, I don't consider you to be successful. I consider you to be scared and not moving through uncertainty to your bigger dream. Successful entrepreneurs know that they have to believe it before they can see it. Do you think Steve Jobs did surveys and focus groups to figure out if people wanted the iPod? No. He created it. He gave people something he knew would change their lives. And this is what separates, another big thing that separates very successful entrepreneurs is they don't rely on focus groups, they rely on their imagination. If you want to really step up to the next level, you have to create things in your mind that are not proven, that are uncertain, that in your heart of hearts, you know is the right thing to bring to market. But again, it requires courage to do that. There is no proof. There is no paved path for you. You are basically blazing a trail. And it doesn't matter if you're just starting your business or growing your business, taking it to the next level. If you don't have courage, you will not achieve your dreams. It's as simple as that. When I was young, I wanted to play pro soccer. That was my whole dream from the time I was 10. I spent all of my teenage years competing and playing at the highest possible level. In my early 20s, after finishing my university degree, I flew over to France, taking a massive leap of faith to pursue my dream of playing pro soccer. Was it uncomfortable? 100%. Was I guaranteed anything while I was over there? Not really. When I started my first business online in 2006, I had no clue what I was doing. I literally cut all of my clients that I was working with in person at the time. I took a massive pay cut, but I knew in my gut, my heart of hearts, that I needed to take that leap because that was the only way to make my goals and my vision a reality. So I want you to not play safe. I want you to not look for certainty. You're not going to get certainty anywhere other than from your own action. You take action, you stumble, you learn, you course correct, and you keep going. That is how you build something great. That is how you make your dream a reality. You have to believe it before you see it, and you have to have courage to step into the unknown and just take one step at a time. And if you're not willing to do that, then I'm sorry to say that you're probably not suited to build a great business. You're probably better off working for someone else, and that's totally fine. But true entrepreneurs, true visionaries, they act based on a feeling of what's right. And they know that they can figure things out. I tell people, listen, you commit first, and everything else is figure-outable. Okay, that's a real word, figure-outable. But you have to commit first. And if you don't commit first, and if you're waiting for years of certainty and for the path to be paved for you, it's simply not gonna happen. Other people are gonna blow right by you and snatch your dreams from your hands. So you're either building someone else's dreams or you're building your own, and you have to have courage to step into your power to make your dream a reality. And if you agree with this message, give this a thumbs up, share with someone who needs the courage to make their dream a reality. Too many people are playing small. Too many people are letting fear and doubt step in the way of their dreams. Let's put an end to that. Let's share this message of just have a bit of courage. It's all good. Everything's gonna be okay for you. Have faith that the universe or God has your back. Have faith that you can get things done. You'll figure things out as you build the bridge. And if you need our help, hey, we're here to support you. But in the meantime, hope this message inspires you, lifts you up. And if it does, then let me know below, share with a friend, and I'll see you soon.